I'm starting, sir. Thank you. Very good morning, students. This is T.DILEEP Kumar, PGT in English from TSRJC, Bandarupally. And we are now going to deal with the first year's English subject, Module 2, Unit number 5, Aim for the Stars, Sign and Eval. Before getting into the lesson, I request you to go for page number 48 if you have textbooks, or otherwise just follow the PPTs which are going to be showed to you. Right, sir?
Open your video, sir.
Okay, sir. Pardon?
Video.
No, sir, no need of video, sir, and PPTs, sir. PPTs only. Okay, right. Right, aim for the stars, sign and eval, and you can see in the textbook, it is an article from the internet. So for your kind information, there is no particular author for this particular lesson. So that's why it can be said as an essay. While you are writing in the examinations, aim for the stars, sign and eval is an essay which has been taken from the internet. Okay, it can be said as excerpt. EXCERPT. Excerpt means some part of the thing which has taken from the somewhere. Okay, right on the screen now you can see a very great quotation. The history of the world is the history of a few people who had faith in themselves. That means the history of the world is not the history of all the people who were born and died. The history of the world is the history of few people who had immense faith in themselves. Okay, now you are going to learn about such kind of a great figure. And now our lesson name is Aim for the Stars, Sign and Eval. And before going to deal with the lesson name, it is Aim for the Stars. Aim for the Stars particular phrase has been taken. I think it has been aptly suited from this, taken from this suitable quotation. Aim for the stars. If you fail, you will land on the moon. That means we should aim for the stars. If we fail in reaching the stars, it might be we landed upon the moon. Okay. For your convenience, I am going to elaborate this particular quotation. Please be attentive. If aim for the stars, if you fail in reaching the stars, you will land on the moon. Even if you fail in reaching the moon, you will land on the clouds. Even if you fail in reaching the clouds, you will fall on the top of the tree. So this particular quotation you will find out at the end of the lesson. So that's why you should aim high. Okay, right? Aim for the stars, sign and eval. It is as earlier as I said, it is an article from the internet. So you can see the image of sign and eval carrying, holding such kind of a trophy and medal. Don't limit yourself, aspire to achieve greatness, even if it seems impossible or impractical. Right, you can see as you are all first year students, when you remind your SSC textbooks, before beginning of the each lesson, each unit, you have a particular page called face sheet. Face sheet gives the prior information, and we can come to conclusion what the unit contains. Like this, the particular image, particular PPT has having the 4 great personalities. You know, one of the person is Sachin Tendulkar, right? He is the demigod for the cricket lovers. What do you mean by demigod? He is more or less, he is treated as God. And the second personality, okay, Sachin Tendulkar, you know that he represents cricket. Second personality is Major Dhyan Chand. He represents the sport hockey. For your kind information, Major Dhyan Chand's birth anniversary is celebrated as National Sports Day itself on August 29. He is such a kind of great hockey wizard. The third person is PV Sindhu. You know that PV Sindhu also represents badminton like Saina Nehwal. And you are going to learn about Saina Nehwal in this particular lesson. And I hope PV Sindhu, after Saina Nehwal, after the Saina Nehwal, PV Sindhu is the person who is carry forwarding the legacy of Saina Nehwal in the field of badminton. Now she is the torch bearer for our country in the field of badminton. You know, the fourth person is PT Usha. She represents the sport, that means athletics. Okay, just get into the lesson. And okay, it is like in order to achieve something great, such kind of great qualities you need to possess. If you don't have such kind of qualities, you need to imbibe these qualities. What are they? If you want to become a great personality like them, you have to have the following qualities: discipline, dedication, determination. Okay, be prepared for the struggles and the sacrifices, the discipline and the disappointments that you go into the making of a champion. So there might be so many up and downs. One particular word, which is sacrifices. What do you mean by sacrifice? Sacrifice is we need to give up something in order to get something. So it is the most important thing you need to follow. You need to imbibe. Imbibe means inculcate such kind of great qualities. Okay, without any further delay, we are getting into the lesson. And I request you, if you have the textbooks, follow on page number 48. And if there so many some kind of difficult words will you come across these kind of words, just underline those words and keep the words meaning in your mind. Okay, right? At the tender age of 8, when most children of her age were still fast asleep, a little girl in Hyderabad would get up at 4 a.m. Her father, Harveer Singh, would then take her by bike to Lal Bahadur Stadium, a distance of over 25 kilometers from their house. The sleepy girl carried two bags with her. One contained school books and the other badminton equipment. More often than not, the girl's mother would sit behind her on the bike to make sure that she did not fall off the bike. Okay, let's getting into the details, right? At the tender age of 8, here the okay, whoever it might be has written this particular essay, he has used age 8 with the adjective called tender. What do you mean by tender? Very smooth, very fragile, very engaged. At the tender age of 8, when the most children of our age were fast asleep. What do you mean by fast asleep? They are in the deep sleep. At a little girl in Hyderabad would get up at 4 a.m. A small girl get up at 4 a.m. A.M. means anti-meridian in the morning session. Meridian means 12 o'clock. If the session before 12 o'clock is ante-meridian, the session after 12 o'clock post-meridian. That's why post-meridian is called as PM. And ante-meridian, AM, it is represents AM. The girl wakes up at 4 a.m. Her father, Harveer Singh, would then take her by bike to Lal Bahadur Stadium. After waking the girl, her father takes her to the Lal Bahadur Stadium, where the stadium is a distance of over 25 kilometers from their house. In the morning, 4 a.m., his father used to take her the girl to the Lal Bahadur Stadium, which is about 25 kilometers distance from their house. Here you need to remember one particular preposition, a distance of over 25 kilometers. You know, you easily understand that is over 25 means it is beyond 25, more than 25. When the distance is uh, nearby 25, that means it is somewhat very nearer to 25. You can say around 25 kilometers. Okay, that at that time, if you are unsure, that means 24 kilometers, 25 kilometers, 26 kilometers. At such time, you can use the preposition around, the distance around 25 kilometers. But here the preposition used over 25 kilometers means it is more than 25 kilometers. The sleepy girl carried two bags with her. How many bags she used to carry? Two bags. The sleepy girl. Sleepy means you know that such kind of position how the particular girl faces at the time. That means at the early in the morning, in the wee hours. You can call it as wee hours. So the girl is sleepy. Sleepy here is an adjective because it describes the girl. The sleepy girl carried two bags with her. One contained school books and the other badminton equipment. Equipment means you can see at the bottom of the paragraph, equipment means apparatus, necessary items for particular purpose. More often than not, the girl's mother would sit behind her on the bike to make sure that she did not fall off the bike. Here, particular more often than not is a typical phrase. The entire phrase means usually. So now I request you to replace more often than not with usually. Okay. Usually the girl's mother would sit behind her. His father drives the bike behind her father's. The girl would sit, and behind the girl, her mother used to sit in order to why behind on bike to make sure that she did not fall off the bike. So fall off the bike means fall from the bike. So you need to remember this particular preposition also. Somebody falls off bike. Okay, OWF. Okay, right. At the stadium, after reaching the stadium, what happens? At the stadium, the girl would receive rigorous training in badminton every day for 2 hours. She would then attend school. But that was not all. In the evening, her mother, Usharani, herself a badminton champion in her youth, would coach her in the techniques of the sport. Usharani dreamed of the day when her daughter would get an Olympic medal, and she constantly motivated her daughter to work towards that goal. So, okay, after reaching, she sets out, her father sets out the journey at the 4 a.m. After reaching, after traveling over 25 kilometers, they reached the Lal Bahadur Stadium. After reaching the Lal Bahadur Stadium, what happens? Is covered in this particular paragraph. At the stadium, the girl would receive rigorous training. What do you mean by rigorous training? Rigorous, extremely thorough and careful. You can see the meaning at the bottom. The girl would receive rigorous, extremely thorough and careful training in badminton every day for 2 hours. She would then attend school because she used to carry two bags. One contains badminton equipment, and another thing is school academic equipment. So after receiving the training, she directly goes to the school. She would then attend school, but that was not all. This particular phase means the day doesn't complete. After attending the school, she comes back to home in the evening. The day does not come end for Saina never. What happens after coming to the school has been, you can follow here. In the evening, her mother, Usharani, herself a badminton champion in her youth. So I request your uh, rapt attention here. You can see in the evening, after that, there are two commas, her mother. After that, Usharani, two commas. Herself a badminton champion in her youth, two commas. So this particular thing is called non-definitive clause. We need not to get into the details of a relative clause, defining relative clause, no problem. What I mean is, Usharan. Her mother describes the word between two commas. What is in the two commas? Usharan. Her mother is here, Usharan. And after that also there are two commas. Herself a badminton champion in her youth. Who is badminton champion in her youth? Not Saina Nehwal here. Her mother Usharan. In order to get to know, you need to pay so much attention here. Just think here. In the evening, her mother. Who is her mother? Usharan. Herself a badminton champion. Who is herself a badminton champion here? Usharan itself. Okay, right. In the evening, her mother, Usharani, herself a badminton champion in her youth, would coach her in the techniques of the sports in order to make you understand once again. The girl wakes up at 4 a.m. After that, her father takes her to the Lal Bahadur Stadium. After reaching the stadium, the girl would receive rigorous training for 2 hours. After receiving the training, the girl goes to the school. And after completion of the school, when she came back in the evening to home, again, her mother gives techniques. How can she give technique? Because she was herself also a badminton champion in her youth. Hence, she gives techniques to her daughter. Okay. Herself a badminton champion in her youth would coach her in the techniques of the sport. Right. Usharani, who is Usharani? Her mother, the girl's mother. Usharani dreamed of the day when her daughter would get an Olympic medal, and she constantly motivated her daughter to work towards the goal. Right now, Usharani dreamed of the day. What do you mean by dream? Dream is noun, dreamed is verb form. Dreamed means uh, that means having, indulging in dreams, indulging in fantasies. What kind of fantasy? What kind of dream she has? Usharani dreamed of the day. One day will come. Which day? When her daughter would get an Olympic medal. Why the mother aspires to get Olympic medal? you know, for any sports person, that means most of the sports person aspires to win in the Olympic medals, because Olympics is leading international sport event. So any sports person's lifetime achievement will be in achieving the Olympic medal. That's why Usha Rani, she could not achieve such kind of prestigious things in her life. Hence, she aspires her daughter would win a medal in Olympic medal, and she constantly motivated her daughter to work towards that goal. And even she motivates her daughter constantly in achieving such kind of goal. The girl, now the girl is who we are going to know who the girl is. The girl was Saina Nehwal. The dream came true in 2012 when in the London Olympics, Saina set a record by becoming the first Indian badminton player to win a medal in the Olympics. It was indeed a very special and proud moment for all Indian when Saina, you come to know her father Harveer Singh, her mother Usharani. Now we are going to know who her is Saina Nehwal. The girl was Saina Nehwal. The dream came true. The dream has become true. Which dream? Her mother's dream. What is her mother's dream? Her daughter would get an Olympic medal. Okay, the dream came true. In which year? In 2012, in the London Olympics. London Olympic means at that time in 2012, the London has hosted the event. London Olympic. Saina set a record. Saina set a record. What do you mean by set a record? That means she established such kind of a great record, international record, by becoming the first Indian badminton player to win a medal in the Olympics. Okay, from India, there might be so many players. Okay, not so many. We can count on. There are number of players who could achieve the medals in various sports, but from the badminton sector, Saina was the first Indian, irrespective of gender. No other men has achieved such feat. No other women has achieved such feat till in the field of badminton. I'm saying in 2012, set a record by becoming the first Indian badminton player to win a medal in the Olympics. It was indeed a very special and proud moment for all Indians. Why special and proud moment for all Indians? You know, I like to say this here, when India won the World Cup in cricket, you know that most of the youth has come out of from their houses to the streets and holding tricolors, taking out the rallies, bursting the crackers. Because why we celebrate such kind of victory? We are not the persons who participated in the game, but we take it as our victory. We won the victory. That's right. The same thing here. It was indeed a very special and proud moment for all Indians when Saina stood on the podium to receive her bronze. Okay, bronze means bronze medal. You know that one. There are three medals: gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal. So when it comes to the category, bronze is the third category even. But okay, for our India, uh, there was not even a single medal in the badminton. Even Saina has achieved bronze. Okay, we should celebrate it. That's all. But the best was yet to come. I am saying it is not the best, but the best was yet to come. The that means she is going to uh, achieve something more. You are going to learn what our best performance is. Okay, here one more extra information has been added. China's opponent in the London Olympics is Jin Wang of China. Okay, you know that one. China, Malaysia, Japan, Thailand, these are the countries which are known for producing international figures in the field of badminton and gymnastics. That's why most of the time Chinese, Japanese, and these are the persons who bags more medals in the Olympics. Okay, and okay, in the finale, China defeated Jinwan of China in London Olympics. Right. In 2015, Saina was ranked number one in the world by the World Badminton Federation after she clinched India Open BWF series. Anna, class disturb. India Open BWF Super Series. She is the second Indian to achieve such ranking. Sorry, she is the second Indian to achieve such a ranking after Prakash Padukone in 1980, the first Indian woman to do so. As for her other achievements and victories, they are too numerous to be listed. It is to her credit that she is the first Indian to win World Junior Badmintonship 2008 and also the first Indian to win Super Series tournament 2009. She won the gold in the Commonwealth Games in 2010. So, okay, in 2015, Saina was ranked. Who has given the rank to the number one to the Saina never? It is World Badminton Federation. So, World Badminton Federation is the governing body which looks into the badminton related activities, and the particular organization gives to the sports persons rankings based on their 1 year performances. Uh, on their based on their 1 year performances in the world by the Badminton Federation after she clinched India Open BWF Super Series. What do you mean by clinched? Clinched means won. After winning India Open BWF Super Series, Saina was ranked number one throughout the world by the World Badminton Federation. See here, I would like to give something more. What do you mean by BWF Super Series? Super Series is are the like I will like to tell you. For the football, there is a tournament called FIFA, and for cricket, there is a tournament called World Cup, isn't it? Like for badminton, World Badminton Federation conducts Super Series tournaments. So there are at least 12 Super Series tournaments were there, and out of them, five are taken most prestigious. And okay, overall Super Series performance based on those kind of performances, the players will be given the rank. And India Open, after winning India Open BWF Super Series, Saina has got number one rank. And she is the second Indian to achieve such ranking. That means other Indian has hold on position in badminton. After Prakash Padukone in 1980, in 1980, Prakash Padukone has been ranked number one. Who is Prakash Padukone? You can see the image of Prakash Padukone at the extreme right below of the PPT. Uh, Somebody has embraced you. You can come to know who is her. Who is she? She is none other than Deepika Padukone. That means Prakash Padukone is the father of Deepika Padukone. So in 1980 itself, he he ranked number one. He was ranked number one by the World Badminton Federation. That means he was a famous badminton player. 1980, and the first Indian woman to do so. She is the second Indian for bagging world number one. But in the women category, she is the first one. Okay. As for her other achievements and victories, they are too numerous to be listed. That means n number of achievements are there. The lesson is not enough to list out those kind of victories in order to enumerate such kind of victories. But for your convenience, some of the achievements have been given here. It is to her credit she is the first Indian to win World Junior Badminton Championship in 2008, and also the first Indian to win Super Series tournament in 2009. She won the gold in the Commonwealth Games in 2010. What do you mean by Commonwealth Games? Right. Commonwealth countries, it is a collective noun, group, collective noun. You know, in the parts of CUC, there are a number of nouns of proper noun, common noun, collective noun. Collective means group of. Commonwealth nations are the group of the nations which were ruled by the Britishers before independence. That means Commonwealth nations are the nations which were ruled by the Britishers. Okay, after they got independence, no problem. That means Commonwealth Games, the games which were participated by those nations only. Okay, Commonwealth nations only will participate in Commonwealth Games in 2010 in the because we are Commonwealth nation because we were ruled by the Britishers. So in 2010 Commonwealth Games were conducted. In the games, China has bagged gold medal. China made in 2006. The girl with a charming smile and quiet assurance was seeded a lowly 86 for the Philippines Open tournament at the first international tournament that she participated in. But the spirited girl stormed the court and defeating formidable players from the Germany and Malaysia, went on to win the singles title. It was the first time that an Indian woman had won a four-star rated badminton tournament. Saina was then just 16. Right, just Saina was made a dramatic and sensational entry into the international badminton. M1 in 2015. In which year she has entered into the field of badminton? 2006. That means it takes 10 years of hard work to reach the position number one. You need to remember that one. The girl with a charming smile. Charming smile means she has yes. Seeded means ranked. Seeded means ranked. In 2006, while she was participating in this tournament, her rank was 86. Seeded means ranked. Okay. Was seeded a lowly 86 for the Philippines Open tournament, the first international tournament that she participated in. When she was participating in Philippines tournament, it is the first international tournament for her. Her rank was 86 at that time. But the spirited girl stormed the court. Here you need to understand the word stormed and spirited. You know the meaning of the spirited by having a look at the paragraph. Spirited means full of energy and enthusiasm. Okay, the spirited girl full so much enthusiasm. Stormed the court. What do you mean by stormed the court? For your kind information, storm storm is always goes with winds. That means cyclonic environment. Cyclonic environment. When cyclonic environment prevails, yesterday or day before yesterday, you had seen the Nivar cyclone. When the Nivar cyclone is going to hit the uh, coastal areas, the gusty winds storms. Gusty winds means the very big, the very giant winds storms. STOM storms means going in a direction with with so much energy, with so much unwavering energy. Okay, storm means going in particular direction with so much energy. Okay, but the storm storm always goes with winds. Okay, but in order to convey you how much fastness she has shown in the particular in order to describe her, the particular word has been used. But the spirited girl stormed the court, defeating formidable players. What do you mean by formidable players? You can see the meaning. Formidable means impressive and powerful. The explanation is evoking fear in others. What do you mean by evoking fears? By having a look at them, we become somewhat discouraged. You know that Virendra Sehwag was there in cricket. When Virendra Sehwag was in crease, the bowlers feel restless because they know how he is going to hit out the ball. Such kind of players can be called as formidable players. But the spirited girl stormed the court, defeating the formidable players from Germany and Malaysia. As I said earlier, Germany, Malaysia, Thailand, China. These are the countries are very famous for badminton. Went on to win singles title. That means she stormed the court. She has defeated formidable players from Germany and Malaysia, and she defeated all of them. Even though she was ranked 86, she won the singles title. It was the first time that an Indian woman had won a four-star rated badminton tournament. What? as I said earlier, there are so many super series were there. Based on their priority, based on their importance, they were rated. So Philippines tournament was a 4-star out of 5 stars. Philippines tournament was a 4-star rated tournament. Uh, the 4-star rated tournament was won by first Indian woman was the Saina Nehwal. Saina was then just 16 at that time. Saina was just 16 at that time. Okay. Her coach Pullala Gopichand, himself a former world champion. Okay, you know his name. Okay, after reading out this particular paragraph, I will again explain. Her coach Pullala Gopichand, himself a former world champion, was elated. He was all praise for Sena and observed that her success would serve as an inspiration for young players. It would give them confidence and make them fearless while playing against big names. So, you know that her coach Pullala Gopichand. Gopichand himself a former world champion. That means he also represented badminton when he was uh, young, when he was youth. He was elated. What do you mean? Well, elated, overjoyed. Okay, he felt very much happy because his student bagged such kind of prestigious award, prestigious tournament. He was all praise for Saina. What do you mean by all praise for Saina? Means she praised her wholeheartedly. He praised Saina wholeheartedly and observed. Observed means felt. He opined. He felt that her success would serve as an inspiration for young players. Her success will inspire so many young, talented people across the nation. It would give them confidence. For whom? Those aspirants. There are so many eh, uh, young players are there. They are aspiring so much. Such kind of success will aspire them and give them confidence to make them fearless. Why fearless? You see that before it was the first tournament for her, Philippines tournament, and she was ranked 86 at that time. Even though she was 86, it was first tournament for her. She has defeated all notable, all what can I say that it is a formidable players. Yeah, the exact word is formidable. She has defeated all the one in the first entry of our international circuit. So such kind of example will give such kind of courage to the young players. Okay, confidence and make them fearless while playing against the big names. Right? In a country where cricket players are defied and achievements of other sports person in other fields largely ignored, Saina Nehwal has carved a niche for herself in badminton. It is only of late that other sports like tennis, badminton, and kabaddi are getting their due in the country. Okay, in a country, sorry, in a country where cricket players are defied. What do you mean by cricket players are defied? Defy is a word has been derived from deity. Deity means God, God God. That means as in the beginning of the lesson I have said that Sachin Tendulkar has been is a demigod. Demigod means more or less god. That means cricketers are here worshipped as gods in the country. No other sports person can be recognized. Even you can see in so many films this kind of scenes were involved. In a country where cricket players are defied and other achievements of sports person in other fields largely ignored. What do you mean by largely ignored? We never show such much of that much of interest in other sports. Okay, Saina Nehwal carved a niche. Here, carved a niche means you can see create in the glossary created a position that particularly suits somebody's talent. That means with sheer dedication, with so much hard work, she carved herself a niche. Means she has created a topmost position for herself with so much dedication in the field of badminton. Even though she never felt discouraged, because badminton is not a sought after game in our country. It is not a game which all the young people aspire to become a badminton champion. So even she did not bother all such kind of environment in the country. She has carved a niche in the field of badminton. It is only off late we need to differ it after only we need to give some gap. It is only off late. What do you mean off late? Here recently, okay. Remember one thing here, one great thing. If you put late before a proper noun, that means late Abdul Kalam. That doesn't mean Abdul Kalam is late. Late Abdul Kalam means Abdul Kalam is no more. He is passed away. He is dead. In Telugu, you know, Kirti Sheshulu antaru kada. So proper noun mundu. If you place of late a particular word before a proper noun, they become no more. Okay. Late NTR, late ANR. Okay. Right. So while using such kind of words in English, you need to be very, very particular. Okay. It is only off late. Off late means recently. Okay, late before preceded by OF, the meaning becomes recently. It is off late. The other sportsmen like tennis, badminton, and kabaddi are getting their due. Getting their due means getting their due respect, getting their due recognition in the country. Recently, okay, you also know that there are even the parents perspective has also been changed. The students are encouraged to go for so many fields like sports and music and drama and dance, and the parents perspective are also has been changing day by day. So when it comes to the badminton, after achieving Saina Nehwal, after achieving, that means these kind of players after coming into the fore, parents perspective has changed. Okay, cricket is not the only sport we need to aspire for. You, for your kind information, I would like to tell you one more thing. Cricket is not a Olympic game. There are, even there are n number of sports are there. Olympic games covers most of the sports. There are 5 to 6 games are there. They are called non-Olympic games. Okay, cricket is one such kind of game. It is not a Olympic game. Okay. One more thing is soccer. I think so. Soccer, such kind of games are there. They are not listed in the Olympics. Okay. Okay, it is out of the context. No problem. Right. Before that one, last slide here. The increasing popularity of this sport can be at least partially attributed to the super performance of sportsmen like Sania Mirza, Saina Nehwal, and PV Sindhu. Whether okay, like many other sportsmen, Saina is talented in other fields too. She is adapted karate and holds a brown belt. She was introduced to karate at a tender age, but she abandoned it when she was told that as a part of training, the instructor would run a motorbike over her. We are come to conclusion. Okay, the increasing popularity of these sports can be at least attributed partially to the super performance of sportswomen like Sania Mirza, Saina Nehwal, and PV Sindhu. What do you mean by attribute? Attribute means giving credit. As I said earlier, after Saina Nehwal, so many parents aspire their daughters to become badminton champion, and
Yes, sir.
after Sania Mirza, sir, sir,
Sir, session will be closed, sir.
hello.
Hello, sir.
Just 5 minutes, sir. As
Within 5 minutes, you can.
45 minutes I time. Okay. Within 5 minutes, I will conclude. After Sania Mirza, Sania Mirza, she's a tennis player. After Sania Mirza, most of the parents aspire their daughters or sons to become tennis players. And Saina Nehwal, as I said, PV Sindhu. PV Sindhu is the torchbearer of now. She is ranked eighth in the badminton in current situation. Like many other sportsmen, Saina is talented in other fields too. As a sports person, he is having so much skills in other field also. Here, she is adapted karate. What do you mean by adapt? Very skillful. That means she is very much talented in karate also and holds brown belt. Here, you know that in karate there are various belts were given as per their performance. The highest, the topmost belt is black belt. But China holds brown belt. Brown belt. After there is only one belt. It is called red belt. After that, black belt. That means that she is some more or less she holds black belt. Brown belt, red belt, black belt. Okay, she holds brown belt. She was introduced to karate at a tender age. That means, okay, in the early age she was introduced, but she abandoned it. What do you mean by abandoned? Gave it up. She left it when she was told as a part of training the instructor would run a motorbike over her. That means motorbike. That famous comedian Sudhir run over bikes or wheels of cars on her. So she feared about such kind of thing and left that sport. Okay. With this, we today conclude our session. And for your kind information, we left with 3 more minutes. Just recapitulate. Saina wakes at 4 a.m. Her father takes her to Lal Bahadur Stadium. Her mother Usha Rani, she dreamed she would get an Olympic, and in 2015 the dream came true. And in 2006 she entered into the international sports event. In 2015 she takes 10 years to become world number one. Before that one, Prakash Padukone, father of Deepika Padukone, was the first Indian to become world number one champion. There are so many tournaments in her credit. Okay. And she is very much adept, very skillful in karate. Okay, like so many things. The lesson is very lengthy. Okay, I hope all of you have understood. And if any doubts were there, please raise in the comment section. I will see, and in the next class, I will clarify all those doubts. Okay, students, have a happy time. And okay, in the homework session, annotate the following about 100 words each. Try yourself, because having the using your previous experience, try the annotations which were given as an homework. If you find any kind of difficult, I will explain those things in the coming class. Thank you. Our class will be on next Monday. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, sir, can I conclude?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, students. Have a happy time. Thank you.